people say, I want to be more organized. And then it falls flat. They just don't know where to go next. They have this idea that that's what they need to do, and they feel very strongly about it, but they just can't make that next step. So what we do is we peel back the layers, kind of like peeling an onion, and we look at what does that really mean for each person. And there are about 6 different ways that we can actually peel back that layer to get to what that truly means. A lot of times it's that you need to be more punctual. It's that you need to have a mindset of abundance. It can also be that you need to be more disciplined, that you need to be more focused, or you need to be more committed. I'm invited into companies many times to do training and workshops for teams, because what's going to happen is that team now is going to have greater cohesiveness. They have common goals. They have common strategies. It's going to provide them a better opportunity to get the results that are needed for the overall company goals. Then those employees at the end of the day are also more satisfied. So the companies win and the employees win. Have you ever heard yourself say, oh, if I just had one more hour, I could have got that project done. Oh, if there was just one more hour in the day. My career began in public education, and then I worked in higher ed for many years, and then also in educational software. By a show of hands, how many of you attended 3rd grade? Well, great. I think that's all of us. We're all on the same page. And do you remember that excitement of when you started 3rd grade? There's that part of time where you're just starting to feel like a little bit grown up. And you know, when I taught 3rd and 4th grade, one of the things that I sure found was that I learned many lessons. Isn't that the way it always is? So I was in the middle of having a 4th grade math class when all of a sudden Grant comes running in the room, across the room, and proceeds to throw up in the garbage can in front of the entire class. I had a whole class of 4th graders trying to figure out what the heck was going on. Well, what was going on was I was learning an extremely important lesson. You see, what had happened was I failed Grant, because what I taught him was one single strategy, and that was that garbage can. What I didn't do was teach him the philosophy of any garbage can would do. One of the reasons that I like to start with philosophy, I actually have to give credit to Jim Rohn, because he found that when people were attempting to achieve goals and make changes in their lives, they always just focused on their actions. And then it just becomes a matter of discipline. Are you disciplined enough to stick with what actions you need to do? So his determination was that if you actually start with your philosophy and why you do something, it really is rooted in your belief, then that philosophy impacts your attitude. Your attitude impacts your actions. Your actions are what determine your results, and then your results give you the lifestyle that you want. One of my favorite strategies for gaining focus is what I call maintenance and move forward. What happens is, to ourselves, in that some of that lack of focus tends to come not only from outside sources, but it comes from right in here. We get distracted, right? Any aspect of your professional life, your personal life, can be divided into these 2 categories. So let me describe them. The maintenance part of a task and tasks are really the ones that are very detail-oriented. They're ones that you know what the answer is going to be. Basically, you just have to complete it. They're also sometimes they can be very short. You just need to do that task. Compare that to a move forward type of activity. A move forward type of activity is something that's more creative and it's open-ended, and you really sometimes don't even know where it's going to go. So we find that people enjoy being one or the other, first of all, more. There are people that are very tasky people. They love maintenance work. Just give me the list of things to do and I can do those 1 through 10 over and over. I'm very happy doing that, okay? And there are people that would drive them crazy. They want the open-ended and the creative and all that fun development stuff. But if you have to do them both, the best thing that you can do is start to determine when is it that you are best at maintenance tasks. Imagine your employees completing their tasks in a timely manner, being efficient at what they're doing, having great communication with other employees. Think about how that impacts your company. Now what's going to happen is the company is going to have greater results, greater revenue, and you have happier employees. You have greater employee retention. People want to come to work and get their tasks done that overall support the company goals. So please be very, very clear that the information and the strategies that I'm sharing with you are not for the sake of organizing. Really, it's not. It is what I call so that. What does that mean? You do organization and you do strategies and you implement these things in your life so that you can have the free time that you want to have. You can have the lifestyle that you want to have. You do these things so that you can create that business success that will fulfill your satisfaction, that it will create greater income. You do these organizational strategies so that you can have more time to spend with your family, so that you can now do the things with them instead of saying, no, I'm going to be late again. So the reason that you do this is so that you can have all of the things that give you joy and fulfillment in life, not just that you're organizing.